On live, and we're live from London. Not really, but welcome. Yes, tonight we have done magic out the bag or rabbit out the bag, whatever the bag is. We have this spur of the moment thing here. I was looking through some of the magazines of the Titanic. As you can see, I'm just getting so fed up with it being on hold, and I was having a flip through and discovered that we can do issue number 62. So we can do that tonight. So I thought we'll crack on and do it. We don't normally film on a Saturday, but given the fact in which we've had a few days where we've not done videos, it's been in the theatre, we can now crack on with it. So we're going to be doing that. I just need to turn the extractor fan off. If you see this cord over here, you see that thing like literally near the beam of this roof here. So hang on a minute. So you see this. You see here, this cord is an extractor fan. So I'm just going to pull that off, and it should shine down. So there's bound to be someone who asks me, "What's that cord hanging down?" But that's an extractor fan. So it goes up in the roof and circulates air or something. We've got a comment on the line. Hello, Johnny Cash on the line. Peter Webster's here. I thought you was going to the London Odd. I chucked you in a surprise there, didn't I? Yes, you didn't know I was going live tonight, did you? But we are ready to build. Right, let's get building into here. So let's bring over Titanic. I was like, I'm just getting so sick and tired of this build being on hold. We're going to get something moving on it tonight. Right, so in here we've got issue number 62. Peter's board stiff tonight, apparently, so I'm here to entertain him. So yeah, oh, this is quite nice. This seems like we've got a letter going on here. That's pretty good. So we've got Lord Peter Webster there in the chat. And I've got my little canister thing that's in case we need it. I have identified a cock up in this. So as you can see, another section of the hull. Now there is a fuck up with this, or a cock up if you like. They've put down here AP screws. That is wrong, okay? Because these screws go into that bracket. Now you wouldn't be putting plastic into metal, because P stands for plastic, M stands for metal. So what's happened is they've made a mistake here. So if you think, if it says to put AP in here, it's not. You're probably going to need AM. There's a bit of a mistake happened there. So we're going to be using AP. Basically what's going to happen is we're going to be basically putting a bracket on. This is like a support bracket mechanism. And then we're going to be securing a bit of the hole that I've waited so long to do, which is this section down here. So I'm really, really excited about that. Peter Webster writes, I won't sleep while Marie not home, bud. Okay, it's just you texted me saying you was going to sleep, so I was a bit shocked to see you in the stream. So, but it's lovely that you're here. So let's get building. So just to have a recap, this is how the build looked so far before we chuck the bag in the rabbit in the bag, or whatever it's called. Let's get that there. So this is how the build has been sitting on the cupboard, looking very sorry for itself. But yeah, we can't move it on until past 33, but I've really had fed up of seeing this on hold, so I wanted to move it along. So we're going to do that. And we're basically going to be working on this section here and then extending it out here a bit with a platform that sits about there. So yeah, it's got a bit dusty in here, but yeah, cool. Okay, so let's get into the camera. So first things first, we've got a bracket. Now, as I said, they've made a cock up here because it says to put AP in there. That's wrong. It's AM because you don't put P plastic into metal. So we're going to use AM. Now, according to the manual, it looks as if, just having a look here, I don't think it matters too much which way it goes round, but it does look like it goes on this side here. So, yeah, we'll have a look. Okay, so we're going to use AM, not AP. And this is the little bracket that you've got here. So a little bracket there. And I think it's probably easier if we turn it around that way, because we need to put it onto this little rim. And we're going to get ourselves this. I've had this oil for God knows how many months, and it lasts me so much. Where have I done? thing. But this is the whole section, and that's going to fit somewhere down here, so that's good. We've got a comment there from Peter Webster. He's sitting there. No, I had to call Kirsty and Emma. Under my umbrella, Emma, yeah. To let them know what's happening, because Marie is saving the battery on her phone to call and text. Yeah, call taxi. Yeah. What am I doing? I need the screw. Them hospital phones. No, the hospital. They don't, for some reason they don't let you charge your phone in their beds. Don't know why, but I think this is the first time I've remembered to put metal in it. I mean oil on it. So we're just going to screw this onto here, and once again it's with AMs, not AP. They've made a cock up. So yeah, because I did have APs. These are the APs, right? But they're extremely thin. There's no way that's going to hold that on. So yeah, there we go. That's gorgeous. There's a little bit of oil residue there, but I'm not too fussed about that. So we'll get the next one on. That's with an AM as well. Hello, Tessa. How's it going, lovey? I didn't plan on doing this tonight. It's just I was having a flick through, and I was like, I'm fed up with seeing this on hold. So I had a look, and I thought, yes, we can do 62. So I was like, yes, get in there. The only reason why it's on hold is because I need 33 or I can't move it on. Okay, and that's on lovely. So that's hold on really nice. And we've got hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you, apart from this stitch hanging out my mouth, but yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you. And then we've got just getting Sam to bed. Well, if he's a night owl like I am, I never sleep. Okay, so that's that part, which has gone in really, really nice. And what will happen is, you've got, let me just go and get the part. What will happen is there's a support bracket here. There's another one that's going to go on this side here. And what will happen is this little bar, I think, sits somewhere on here. But you can tell that there's obviously going to be something under it here, because that's not going to hook on otherwise. I mean, as you can see, it's far too short. So that will sit onto there very, very nicely indeed. We'll have to wait and see what it wants us to do a little bit later on the line, but just to give you an example there, I reckon something's going to connect. I mean, obviously, if that goes along like that, then something must connect this side because there's a gap on it. But yeah. Okay, so. So I've just got to get to my friends in Australia. Sorry about that, I was distracted. So yeah, so that's what I think anyway. So what's going to happen now? I think we'll take a break and we'll get through the comments because this is such a quick issue. So let's have a look and see. Let's change that ticker over there. If you'd like to subscribe, yes, we'll have that one, and then we'll go up to there. We'll have this one over there. That can go over there, and we'll put this up here. So we've got to get down to Peter because that's the wrong camera. So we'll go in pear-shaped to nice. Yeah, that's what I want. So I need to get down to Peter because he's priorities, our new member, our third channel member there. So thank you so much for supporting. Hi Tessa there, and then we've got another one here that says something about Maria just called me. They said it's frozen shoulder. It's frozen shoulder. She's waiting for taxi now. So in other words, it's clogged up a bit. So probably arthritis or something there. Right. So at least she's all on. She's all okay. They haven't admitted her into hospital, and that she can come home, and that she's an outpatient there. Just getting Sammy to bed, yeah. And we've got one more here. So this one says, "Hi Peter, lovely." So let's get back to what we're going to be doing now. Okay, so what we now need to do is we've got another piece of whole plate. This is very exciting for me because seeing this so long on hold and to finally get another bit moving is quite lovely to work on. But we are going to get, there's 3 sides here, so uno, dos, and tres, or un, deux, trois. And we're going to use these 2 parts, which are going to link up with these parts here. So what's going to happen is we're just going to secure that onto them like that and give her a bit more of a lovely shape. We shouldn't see any gaps there, but oh, look at that. Apologies about there's a bit of a crisp in here. It's been sitting on the shelf, you see. So there's a drill in here. Look, they're getting everywhere, didn't they, Tessa? There's another one there, look. I have to get my spoon for that. But anyway, we're going to use IM screws this time. So these will be the right screws, and these are IM screws. And we're going to use a bit of the oil from this lovely can. I've not actually filled this up since you got me a Peter. It's literally, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just literally there. So I've still got plenty. It's really, really lovely. And that lasts me a good old while, you know, because we don't really use metal very much, but IM's going in now. That goes in really lovely, and you can feel as you're screwing, you feel it sort of lift up. This gives me a strange feeling doing this, because if you've been following the Titan submersible story, it feels like I'm working on that. I'm just gonna, all you do is just put your screw in the oil there, and we'll just put another one into this hole here. And yeah. Now, as a rule, I don't like to move on until I've got the gap filled. But as I said, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing this on hold. So I just wanted to move it along a bit as much as we can. So that's that one. And then that's that one. So this build is now operating like the doll's house is. It will come and go. It'll be intermittently as soon as we can. So that is that. That's all it wants us to do in this issue. We do have a little thing at the front, but I've mislaid mine. I do deal with hundreds of builds, so there's always bits going missing, but as you can see, that's all we're doing in this consignment. Issue number 62 of Build the Titanic, and let's take a look once we've seen that in a minute. Let's go over here because we've got a text, not text, we've got a message from Peter Webster. He is priority, so he will, if you see like a little symbol next to his name, then that means they get priority comments. That deck looks sweet. Thank you for what this bit. I haven't had a chance to work on the deck, unfortunately. It's come to a big standstill at the moment, but we are trying to resolve that. Right, let's get into, there's another comment here that says, what's that say? This looks cool. Yeah, I love it. I really do love it. It's a build very close to my heart. You know, I love the Titanic very dearly. And every anniversary of the Titanic, I watched the film. So, yeah, so let's take a look at this. She's looking much bigger now that we've got this. Isn't it surprising how just one piece of the hull can make it look so big? But that's what I wanted to check. I just want to see the underneath of this because, yeah, there is a little bit of a gap, but we're not going to see it's going to be sitting like that in it. So it's not that much. The only thing I need to do is there was something wrong with this. So yeah, I need to replace this because this hook, if very early on it snapped off because there's something wrong. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he done a terrific job. There's a piece of plastic in this block. I pulled it off. Well, it must come off anyway. It's got to be replaced, but it's come off there now. Never mind. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll make a note of that to need to replace that hook. So I'll just make a note of this. So replace. So that'll be the first anchor. I think that anchor comes with that block. So that shouldn't be a problem. I'll speak to the shop about that. Good old Martin's McCall for you. But yeah, so it's looking really good. As I said, I suspect over the next issue we'll have another bracket connecting onto this side here. But as I said, they are AM screws, not APs. There's been a cock up there. And yeah, I think what will happen next is, what's that say? I hardly use any of mine. I think it will outlast. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, I've worked with builds for donkey's years, probably since 2013, on and off camera. But I've never really used a whole. But I use more glue than I do oil, so this will last me as long as it don't seize up. It will last me quite some time in there. So what we also get, I did get 68. I think it was 68, and this one comes with this part. So in here, we've got this whole section, and I believe that this, I mean, it doesn't really matter what way you put it down because it's still going to go on either way, but what will happen is there's a hole down there and that will go, there's a hole in my pocket, but that will go something like that. I don't want to force that, it might be this side, you know. But this will go something like, ooh, doesn't seem to want to connect. Second here. I mean, obviously, yeah, that's what I want. That's what it's going to look like next. I'm telling you now, this is looking a beast now. And it just goes to show how big this is going to be. It's really, really heavy. But yeah, so we'll start to build it up. I have got the black bits as well, but this part comes with an issue that has decking on it. So I need to have a look at the system and see where we can move this on from there. But yeah, at least we've got another bit on. There's a couple of holes here, which is quite interesting. I wonder what they're for. Because obviously you're going to have another hole bit on here, but there's a hole there for something. So I'm not too sure what that is, but this is really heavy. I'm going to get my, let's see if I can get my scales. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's work at this. Let's just go on to this bit. I want to see how heavy this is. So let's go on to this bit. So what I want to do is just quickly test this on the grams and see how heavy this thing is. So this is on grams. And what we're going to do is just, you don't want to put it all on one side. So you want to put it like half and half. So basically, so it evens out the right there. And what you want to do is roughly about there. Holy crap, look at that. 1,300 grams. Apologies about the flatulence there. But 1,300 grams, this is I'm going to do that again. I mean, I don't know if these scales are accurate, but yeah, 1,300 at the moment. But as I said, these are only cooking scales, so it's not going to be like probably an accurate thing. But oh, that was a quick issue. So yeah, not really a lot more to do on that. But where we go from here, I don't know, because obviously at the moment, if I just get the thing out here, if let's have a look in here, see what we can do in this one, please. Right, you are inspiring me to build hang on a minute. You are inspiring me to start building my Titanic, Mike. Why haven't you built it already? You love it. But yeah, within here, see, this is what the problem is. So I've got where we're stuck on 33 because 33 is the bit that I need that other half to go in that black thing. So that's 33. But looking at, we go right to the very back. So I'm technically an influencer then, Pete. But if we look right, that was the bar I was telling you about. But as I said, there's something not quite right there because the other half was hanging off slightly. So I'm wondering if it's a different bar. As you can see here, that seems like a much closer bar, but I don't know. We'll have to investigate that. But as you can see, issues like this, I can't do nothing about it because it's all like decking and stuff. But we have a problem further up the line. Somewhere down here, there was something, yeah, all these little bits here, I've got a problem with at the moment, which is what's holding us up doing all the decking and that. But once we get into 62, 63, they've missed out. So 63 is nowhere to be seen. Apparently it's on back order. We'll have to wait and see about that. But 63 is something to do with that black part, and it's got a bracket and lots of wiring. See, I can't do any of that yet. And then obviously we've done 62 and then it jumps. So you see what's going on here. As you can see, they keep messing me up. So it's gone from 64. That was the last one I collected last week. Then I got this one this week, which was this is 68. So there's a big gap, and it's out of my control. I can't do nothing about it because it's how they come into the shop. So it's a lot of shunting and shifting at the moment. But this one is the forward bulk deck for the promenade deck. Again, we can do that, but then we've got the problem of, can we do that? Because obviously these, we can't do this really yet because these have bars that come along here. What I need to ascertain while we've got that, let's just see where the next whole section is. Because while I've got that burgundy bit, I'd like to see if we can move this on a bit. There's the next whole section. Easy way to do is just look at this corner bit here. So let's have a look, see where that hole is. So it's not 53. It's not into, oh yes, that's a point. We've got to do another funnel at some point as well. We've got another funnel to do. See, again, that's something that I need to have a big sit down to figure out. There's got to be a reason why we didn't do the funnel. To 60, yeah. God knows where this other hole bit is then. Right, 62. Okay, so that was 61. So that's all deck work. Let's try and get this. That's all deck work. Then it goes to 61. And 61 is, good God, yeah, it's all this. This is what's all holding it up, is the gaps in it from how they send it into the shop. So that's where 62 we've just done. And then 64. So it must be somewhere between 63. It's got to be 63. Because how have I got, something's missing somewhere, because 69. Okay, well, I don't know what part this is from then, because we've got a piece of hole from somewhere. And I've got a black one of these as well. But I'll have a look, because we need to have a, I need to have a sit down with this, because let me just, I'll just sort this and then I'll go to the comments. What's happened with my mouse? My mouse is Fox. I don't know why we haven't put this on. I know we've done 3 funnels at the moment, but there's got to be a reason why I didn't do this, and I need to look back over and see why we haven't done that, because that's done. So I don't know what's the situation is with that, but I need to really have a look down and go all through this. This is now going to work like the doll's house does. So it's going to be very intermittently until this Poxy Martins McCall sorts this issue out. And I have written a letter now. I'm getting sick and tired of it. So we'll just have to wait and see what I do about that. Get up. Yeah, okay, so let's get into, let's put this back on actually, because I quite want to get this on here. But I don't understand why, that's another thing, is if this part is done, why is it we can't screw this down yet? I mean, I've not watched anyone else's videos yet, so I mean, it could be that we have screwed it down, but yes, just to get a bit more on this done. Look at that, it's a fucking beast. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. By the way, I do swear on my channel, so if that's a problem for you, this is not the channel for you, and you need to go that way. But yeah, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'd like to think by Christmas we'd have the stern on it or the bow. I always get it mixed up, but I'd like to think that I might mod that actually. I don't feel like I'm going to be sitting there pulling this up and down. So what I might do is I might just glue this onto the side through there and just tack it. I can't see the point. I'm not, this is going to be like a static model, so I'm not going to keep flicking it up and down, you know, but maybe I'll just pin it there or something. I have many ideas. Right, let's get to these comments. Right. Oh, I've got a stitch in my mouth and it's killing, literally killing liberties. Let me see if it's on. This is the stitch because they stitched it, and yeah, it's coming. They've stitched it back. It's very difficult extraction, but what it is half the stitch is coming out the mouth. See that white thing that looks like a worm or something? That's a stitch. So when I tried to tug it, which you shouldn't really do, it's getting caught and it's bleeding, which indicates that it's still doing its thing. It's supposed to like drop out by itself, but I have a mouth ulcer there and it's just causing havoc, really. It's very, very painful to say the least, but but I've got Bonjello on standby, so hopefully that'll sort it out. Right, let's go through this comments, please. Right, so let's go through this one, sir. £2.5 roughly, yeah. It's going to be big. I mean, I cannot tell you how happy I am seeing just another bit on this build. I don't like seeing builds just sitting there doing nothing, you know. All the tiny parts are what's stopping me building mine. My eyes will be murder. I can do small parts, but my hands just don't want to do small parts because I call them gorilla hands because I can't do it. What's this one say? All the tiny parts. What's that say? Wait a minute. We've seen that. Let's jump down to PX's priority. The stone is the back bud, yeah. So I'd like to think by Christmas that we'll have the stone on. That'd be nice, but I doubt it very much. Because it seems that Harshette do what Egamos used to do. They go like 4 bits of one part, then they move to the next part. And some publishers like to do bit of this, move to that, bit of this, move to that, and they go back and forth. But you know, the stone is the back. So why haven't you started then, Peter Webster? So let's just go through the comments again. So it's a nice, quick, easy one. As I said, spare the minute thing. I just thought, you know what, I could do that right now. A nice, quick, easy issue. But what I will say again is there is a cock up in this because there is a mistake. So once again, that screw there is the wrong type of screw. That's not AP, it's AM. You don't put P in metal parts. That's why it's got M and P. Metal is for metal and P is for plastic. So it is, I pinched them from a different pack. So that's got my AMs, but it just happens. Voluntary movement there. I won't sleep while Maria not I need the fan on. But yeah, okay. And then we've got another one here. So it'd be interesting as well where this plugs to, because there's a wire coming off this. So it'd be interesting to see where it plugs to further up the line. Let's put that there. Now I had to call Kirsty and Emma to let her know what's happening because Marie's saving the battery on her phone for the taxi. Yes, we have a company over here called Happy Caps. Well, they're in Whittam, but they're so expensive. Like if Asda was about 10 minutes away, they charge £9.50 just for one way. Ridiculous. How are you? I'm okay. I wish the stitch would come out, but I'm pretty good. I woke me up last night, 3 in the morning, because there's an ulcer. Because I was like, what is this pain? You know, what's causing the pain? And I thought it was dry socket, and that's the last thing you want. Believe you and me, if you have dry socket, you'd know about it because it will keep you up. But I've got dental equipment, so I looked in with my dental mirror, and there's where the say like that's the hole of the tooth. There's here and here is the gum. There's an ulcer right up near the extraction, so I put some Bonjello up there, and hopefully that sorts it. But yeah, no dry socket, fingers crossed, and it's healing nicely apart from this stitch. But I've never had a stitch before, so it must have been a really difficult extraction for them to use stitches. Hi, Tessie, yeah. Please let me just see if I've got any more priority. No, we haven't. Okay. So let's go back to, what's the one? Say up here. Hi, Tessa. Let me put this one down there. The Ferrari is just as bad as many tiny bits hurt my eyes. Okay, so I haven't got much. I've had to move everything around because I put that bloody extractor fan up there. So all my bits are just gradually piling back. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Hi, Tessa. Hello. Hi, Peter, yeah. And then we've got another one. Marie just called that. I mean, they said that that thing up there, the extractor fan, apparently it's on constantly, but I can't hear it. But apparently when it senses humidity, it automatically kicks in. And that cord is, if it, just to give it a bit of a boost, you can pull it and manually do it. But because these buildings are so poor ventilation, even with the windows open, it just doesn't ventilate very well. So they've installed that now. So, Maria just called, they said it's frozen shoulder. She's just waiting for a taxi home. Do you know what you need? You need this. Just bear with me a minute. Trying to think what it's called. The Rob doll. Yeah, there we go. Let me just get this up for you. I mean, obviously I can't advise on that, but you know, it could help. Marie has to make that decision. But I would suggest this. My mum has that problem sometimes, and it's supposed to really help. So let me just see. Okay, so this one is this one. But I feel like a big achievement. It feels like a big weight lifted doing that part there. So at least it's got a little bit further. But yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let us see if it's loading. AP Healthcare. Yeah, this is what you need, I reckon. So I could be a doctor, really. Let's get to presenters, please. It always jams up when we do the screen share. It always jams it. So we'll see what we can do here. Where do we get up to on here while we wait for that? Okay, so this looks cool, yeah. And then we've got that deck looks sweet, yeah. Is it loading? What is that? Okay, share screen, yeah. And then we've got that deck looks sweet. Thank you very much. I've hardly used any of mine. I think it will be Outlast the builds. Yeah, I mean, I've probably used about that much. Okay, so this is what you probably need. This is really great for back pain and stuff, but it's like a massage cream. And yeah, it's called Voltarol. Let me just see if I can get this up. Come on. It's bloody expensive though, £10 a tube. Liberties. And then we've got, you are inspire me to start. Well, this is the thing. I mean, someone wrote to me. I think it's now deciding it wanted to come up. Yeah, there we go. Right, so this is Voltarol, and it's basically, as you can see here, it's back and muscle pain relief. I mean, you could probably use it for your arm, but basically it's like a heat gel. So basically you rub it into the injury or the muscle, and it's supposed to start, like, take that pain away. So it might be worth it, but yeah, you never know. You might need it, you know. But now where did we get up to on here? Somewhere downstairs. Right, okay, so top ones. Yeah, so going back to that comment, someone actually, what's going on now? I'm beginning to dislike StreamYards very much. It's gone black, we've got a black screen. There we go. Right. So I can't believe how much your hair has grown. Do you know what it is? I haven't got, my barber is in Wisham and she can't do it at the moment. So I go to a specific one. I'm being serious, but there's a shop next door to the Fish and Chicken in Witham, it's opposite the library, and I'd never go back there again. She cut my hair. There's only one person that cuts my hair, and I will never ever go to a different barber's. But she cut my hair in like a bowl, And I paid for it because at the time I didn't know until I got outside, but never again will I go in there. But yeah, I need to get it cut off at some point because it's driving me insane. It's not so much this bit, but you see, like these bits, they get caught in your ear, and it just have to keep going like that. You see, so right, so she uses that, but only cream that helps. Well, that's why I recommended it. This is the great thing about building, how your body works. I love that collection so much because the amount of stuff you learn from it, and that's coming back to the channel soon. So that'll be good. Now, where did we get up to? Tiny bits. I'm lost now. I think it was something to do with a taxi, weren't it? So something to do with, yeah. Okay, so taxi. Yeah. So no, it was something to do with influencing, weren't it? Because I was going to say something about it. Yeah. Is it, no. Yeah, inspiring me. Yeah, I've actually had someone reach out to me through email, and they've said, I've seen your channel, and I've been like, okay, cool. And they said, I'd love for you to be an influencer. But when I looked further into it, it was basically an influencer for makeup and beauty and watches and stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm a artwork builder, that's not going to tie in. So some things you just have to say no to. But and then another time I had someone on the diamond painting channel, they wanted to work with me, but they basically wanted me to, I call it clickbait. So what they wanted me to do was just like shout out their channel constantly, and that's not how it works. So that's another one I had to do. She's home now, bud. Hi, Marie. How's it going, lovey? Nice to see you back. And nice to see that you're home safely here. And yeah, Peter's got his pink bag, so that's good. Where have we got up to? She's home now, bud. I think it was something to do with influencer. I read this. We bloody James know. Right, come on. So it seems like you like to stack your builds up and then build it all at once. That was me. I'll be right in it. £2.5 roughly. Yeah. All the tiny parts are what's stopping me building my eyes will be murder. Well, do you know what you need? You need, like, them. Wayne's got a pair. World of Wayne's got a pair. They're like white glasses, and they've got like these lenses on them. I've been wanting to get some for a while, but it's one of them things I forgot about. I'm a very forgetful person. I will say I'm doing something, and then I forget, and then I have to be reminded of what it is that I forgot in which to do it. The stain is the back bud, yeah. As I said, I don't do any research. I like to just dive into it, because when you build these, it's not just you're building it. You're actually technically on a course as well, because you're on a building course where you're learning all about how shit gets built and stuff. And yeah, I consider it like a course. The Ferrari is just bad. There's so many bits, yeah. That's why I don't like fiddly bits. I don't mind how small they are, but my hands just can't do it because they're too big. The Ferraris, yeah, I've seen that. See if we've got any more in it. Cool. Okay, so we're getting to the end now. Cool. But yeah, what I might do tomorrow is I'll have a look at that file and just see whether we can do a little bit more whole work. I really would like to get this part on. So whatever part that's coming, this is in 68, but don't really want to do just the whole and forget about the deck. So I think tomorrow I'll have a look at the deck work. We've got another comment there. I do, Buzz, I have 2 builds ready to be built, the Nitro Hummer and Model Space Easy Rider Bike. That they did do a nice Hummer with Model Space. It was a great one. Always remember they did like they done the Cutty Sark, there was a drone. So I do hope you feel better soon. Yes, I will be shoving. I've had the Ramipril, I've had the paracetamol, I've had the ibuprofen. So I just need to whack some Bonjoro in there before I've left it right to the last minute, because then once I'm in my bed and I'm watching a bit of TikTok, I never fall to sleep straight away. I'm lying there for like a good old hour, just trying to get to sleep. So I watch TikTok and ASMR and all that. So I thought, well, I'll do it right at the end, and then it can kick in and start. So and if need be, I can take another dose of medication, but it'd be my last one for tonight. So I'm trying to hold that back as much as possible, just in case it wakes me up in the night. I can quickly take it. The stern is the back, yeah. That's the Hummer I have, yeah. That's good, yeah. I used to do the Cutty Sark and the 3D printer. That was a brilliant build, but you screw through half of that acrylic and it snaps it. So I stopped that. It's horrible stuff, acrylic. To be honest, my contact there. It's so funny. So we were having a talk, yeah, and I didn't expect to receive such a funny email. And obviously, they're working in the company, but when you're going back and forth over email over company, you expect it to be professional. Well, apparently, my contact's husband or boyfriend at the time fell out the bed. Not him, but my contact fell out the bed. And I don't know how it happened, but he said sorry for the delay, because I didn't hear from him for weeks. And he said sorry for the delay, but I fell out of the bed. And I'm like, how can you fall out the bed? But yeah, apparently he had a sore knee. So I don't think I've ever fell out of the bed, to be fair. Where do we get up to? It's gone so slowly. Right, cappuccino, slice of cake, can't sell it. Tea cupboard. I do love me English tea. I can't believe how much your hair. This is the longest that I've had it then. I just, you go to Whittam and you just forget about it. It's always on the to-do list, because when I go to Whittam and I'm visiting my relatives, I always have like a notebook of things I've got to do. And yeah, I totally forgot. I can't believe how much hair has grown since your last live. The 3D printer was great to build, but a piece of crap to use. To use, so mine out the way. Well, yeah, I gave up on probably like the first go, because I screwed through the acrylic, because I think roughly you had 4 holes, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, and you sort of had to like build it up into like a Rubik's Cube and stuff. And I just, yeah, one turn, you saw what happened. Was it Eddie Stobart we went through it? Yeah, I over-tightened it and it cracked it. So that's how easy it can happen. So yeah, then we got another one here. It's quite nice to do more of the chat side of it. So we spend so much time, doing the building and that. She uses that build only cream that helps, but yeah, that's why I recommended it, because it's really good stuff. So my mum uses it, so I thought, you know what, hang on a minute, I think I know what Marie could have. She's home now, Bud. That's great. Lovely to hear you're home safe, Marie, and thank you for all that you do for Peter Webster. He has saved a lot of his battery for you, so really, really good. I do, Bud. I have 2 full builds ready to build the night. It's interesting that they've not brought the Red Bull back, because obviously Red Bull was with the D'Agostini, and D'Agostini Model Space actually, but then they formed D'Agostini, and they're slowly bringing back the builds that were on Model Space. But whether we see the Harley Davidson again, I don't know. But if I could do that again, that would be amazing. I'd love to do a Harley. I have done it in the past, but that build is very boring, because it's a lot of stacking parts. You like some boxes you can't do nothing with, and you just have to stack it. And I don't like how that's designed. I think if you're paying for a part, you should, buy it and get to do it there and then. So, yes, I do, Bud. I have 2 full builds ready to build the Nitro Hummer and models. But I think you've had that Hummer for 3 years now, haven't you? You've had it a long time. I've known Peter for donkey's years. Me and Peter go back years. So, yeah, he's a good chap, Peter Webster. It's good that the Amazon man finally came today, because it didn't come yesterday for some apparent reason. So I'm glad it survived safely there. Nitro Hammer and Model Space, easy way to build. Thank you so much. I would love to build. Here's Johnny 5. Yes, so do I. I think that's, most of what people want to build. I mean, obviously, there was talk about Robocop. I don't think we're going to get Robocop, but I would so dive into that. I would sacrifice everything for that build. I would love it. I don't care how much. With me, money's not a problem. You know, what I mean by that is money's not, like, for example, say someone said, I don't want to build the Titanic because it's over £1,000. That, to me, money's just a figure, and I don't care how much it is. If I want it, I'm having it, you know? So, where did we get up to? So, I got it as a full kit in the clearance. What, the 25? No, you can't have. Oh, if you've got the 25, I'll double it. Give it to me. But yeah, it's a shame that they, you know, haven't really brought it out. That's the Hummer I have. Yeah, I mean, look how long it took for Agora to bring out the DB5. So, you know, hold your horses there. Then maybe it might crop up. We need enough people behind it to back it to make it become a artwork, and then we should be able to get it. Fingers crossed. That's the Humber I have. Yeah, they've been saying on the news that Rishi Sunak is probably going to lose his seat, apparently. So the 3G, I just think he spends too much money. He's spent far too much money on helping other countries, and we're having to pay it all back in food costs. So when they say, oh, it's not going to cost you anything, we're actually paying it back in food costs. £4.99 for a pack of Mr. Kipling's is disgusting. I love my voice. The 3D printer was great to build, but a piece of crap to use still down the way. Yes. Now, the Hammer Bud, I thought about 3D printing a scratch build Johnny 5. I used to do a wooden one, but I mislaid half the parts and I thought, you know what, whatever, I don't want it anymore. Then we've got I'd love to build Johnny 5, yeah. I'd love to 3D print myself for my DeLorean car. That would be just so strange, like looking at a 3D printer of yourself, you know. I got it as a full kit in the clearance. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. No, the Hammer build. The Hammer build, no, the Hammer, what's this say? No, the Hammer Bud, I've always thought about 3D printing a scratch build Johnny 5. Well, talking about 3D printing, that's what I'd like to do with the Rootmaster. With my Rootmaster, I don't think there's ever going to be a chance to get the top roof on because, one, Hardshell don't do it anymore, and two, Agora won't let you start from halfway through. So I think, you know, to 3D print the roof and turn it into a single decker, that would be just amazing. So yeah. Did you see the Agora reveal video? What, the DB5? Don't tell me it's another car. I haven't seen that. No, I don't really deal with Agora anymore. I just feel that they're so expensive. They don't need to price it at the prices they've priced it, if you get me. Because I just feel that, you know, if you look at the majority of builds, the Agostini Hardshell, they're all round about sort of like the £35 mark. And I think Van Home's it's around about the 40 mark. But yeah, I don't really bother with Agora nowadays. Ever since I had the Cobra, seeing all that whiting come off the tyre really did it for me. And that's what made me just go, right, I don't want to do it. So I don't really, Agora's not really my thing anymore. I mean, never say never, I might go back to them, but I have currently no intention of buying from them at the moment. As much as I love that DB5, it's not really, my priority is now, because at the moment I was going to do DB5, but now we've got Ghostbusters coming up and Enterprise D. My heart is with that, you know, because we need to focus on the builds that have been rescued from the rescue companies like Van Home, you know, and I really would like to focus on getting Eddie Stobart finished, getting all the current builds that were finished while I'm taking on new builds like Optimus Prime. You know, we're ending the Eddie Stobart soon. So yeah, it's not really my thing. I think it's far too overpriced, and yeah, I have no plans to return to Agora models at this present time. I pay the last Ferrari payment tomorrow. I bet you're pleased about that. But yeah, I mean, DB5 holds a special place in my heart, but I just don't see the point. it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. I think my heart is set to finish the builds that we're currently finishing, and get them sorted first, and then perhaps I mean, you've got to remember that Agora have them always there all the time, so you can always go to that after, say, you've finished the build. But yeah, the last Ferrari payment tomorrow. Right, I'm going to go now because I need my beauty sleep. I need to put the Bongello up in the extraction thing. I'm glad it's finished, build. I'm glad it's finished. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I wish there was a way as well. I wish there was a way that you could build the build in 12 months rather than 2 years. I do think building for 2 years is a long time. And I think they should up the price and then give us more parts to do, I think. But yes, on that note, we are done. We are dusted. Sam is in his bed, snoring away. I don't know where Smudgy Cakes is, but is she gone to bed, Tessa? But yeah, Sammy's probably School of Rock there. But look at this beautiful thing, absolutely gorgeous. And yes, I just kissed it because I love it very dearly. Absolutely beautiful. Finally get this. Looks like a bit of a, this door, it could go. It looks like a container on a train. But this is just like amazing. But there's something down here as well on this side. There's something here. So I don't know what that's for, but there's something there for something to go there. It's not on this side though, but yes, we'll see this again whenever we can see it again. Because it has got a lot of problems with it at the moment, which is a problem on my side, because I have mislaid. No, I've not mislaid it. There's something wrong with that silver thing, and I need to get hold of it. Right. The Ferrari was 12 months built, 150 miles per hour. Okay, very nice. Well, that's the thing as well. I mean, with the Agora, you've got a 12-month option or a 24-month option, and I think most of the majority of people would like to build it in 12 months. She is in bed now. What? She is in. I can't get this out. She in bed, Snow in bed, and Sam is in his cage, out asleep. So they're all in bed. I like the way you segregate it. Like they've all got their own cage and stuff. So cool. So I can't say for sure when we will next see the Titanic. It is very higgledy-piggledy at the moment. It's running like the Doll's House is, and the Doll's House is not in a very good situation at the moment. I'm trying to resolve the situation, reviewing the situation. What's his name? Amid Jalili or whatever his name is, or what's the other one? Griff Rhys-Jones. I saw the one with Griff Rhys-Jones. But yes, we will see the Titanic. I'm going to take a closer look at it tomorrow if I can remember, and hopefully get the deck moving. Yes. But anyway, so let's just read that last comment there. So there won't be a video tomorrow unless I come across part of the Titanic, but it'd have to be before my World Heart. I can't miss that. Then I'll do it, but I don't know. But Wednesday we may have a surprise if it comes on time. Let's just say that. And then we're just waiting for the Optimus Prime second pack. We're waiting for the next. We're waiting for the next. Hello. Yes, Steve's in the building. What are you doing up this time of night, Steve? Look what we've done tonight. Yes, you're back. How have you come back this late? You're normally up to Bedfordshire. But look what we've done, Steve. Look at this. We've done all of this. We've put this bit on here's got a cock up because it's actually metal in here. And I've had a spaceship installed. It's not, it's an extractor fan, but just in case you're wondering what this cord is hanging from the ceiling, it's an extractor fan. So, for example, if I go like this, you might not hear it. I go, what's them things on the train? On the train, and in the old-fashioned trains, they used to have, there's a driver at the front and someone at the back. And in the cab, they go, you're sitting in your seat, and they push this thing, and it goes ding ding, and the other one goes ding ding. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's very loud, as you can see. 3, 2, 1. Can you hear that? Got bloody airship taking off to space. Very loud. But apparently, that is always, it's actually on now. That cord is only to power, like give it a bit of a boost. But apparently, it goes off automatic when there's loads of heat or something. So, because there is a tube that is linked to that going through the loft, past my railway, into wherever it goes into. So, there's another one in the bathroom as well. I can't believe you're up this late. It's lovely to see you, Mr. Steve. Are you having a Bacardi and Cool beer or a whiskey? That's Steve Bud, yeah. A whiskey is very nice because it keeps your throat nice and warm. Very, very nice there. Hi, Steve Bud. How's it going? Yeah. And, while you're now watching Star Wars with a glass of vino. What's vino? I've never had that. Vino. Vino. Wine, especially that which is cheap of inferior quality. Wow. Okay. Cool. That's very cool. Okay. Well, enjoy Star Wars, and may the Fourth be with you. When it is the Fourth, please remember to like, share, subscribe. As I said, I've had stitches, Steve. Look at this. You're not going to believe this. I've got a stitch and it's stuck. Yeah. It's right there. Look. It's serious. We're trying to find the right phone. So which one is it? Yeah, look, I've got this stitch and it's stuck. So I did an extraction, yeah, and there's a stitch. It's literally stuck outside the gum. But the problem is I've got a mouth ulcer there as well, so I think it's aggravating it. See, right on top of that stitch, and it won't come out. I tried pulling it and it won't come out, so I've got to go back Tuesday. But anyway, please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified for all the videos I do. I will figure out why we haven't done this. It's got to be a perfectly good reason why we haven't. Peter has done us a very big surprise, and you're not allowed to tell anyone. Well, he can. I mean, he's the boss, but we have got a surprise coming up. I'm hoping it will be here Wednesday, ready to go live with it. But all I'm going to say is it relates to Eddie Stobart, and I'm very, very excited. He reached out to me, and yeah, I'm very can't wait to do that. Ouch, yeah. I'm being serious. I've had a lot of extractions in my time, but this one was extremely difficult. So what they did was apparently they had to cut it out because it was very fused to the bone. So they've stitched it, and obviously these are supposed to be dissolvable stitches. So, I mean, it's stuck on something because it's not coming out, and there's an ulcer next to it. So I think all the tugging and pulling and yanking it back. So he has like this metal bar thing holding, like, you know, when they do operations in your chest and they get these metal bars to hold your chest open, it was like that. So it's very painful. It's not a dry socket, which I'm thankful for, but yeah, got a stitch stuck. So I've got to, and it's very annoying, you know, your tongue is constantly trying to get it out and you can't get it out. He's a good one. Yeah, Steve, he's a lovely chap. Me and Peter go back donkey's years. He got his Skittles today, as promised, because I'm sending him a year's supply of Skittles. He has got his tweezers, because I sent him some. I get so much tweezers, so I've sent him a pack of tweezers. I thought he can have them. So yes, I've got some other tweezers that I've got to send out to that chap that made a comment, can't mind. And he reached out to me and said, "I'm going to say what it is. You know, fuck it." So we've got issues at the moment with Martin's McCalls, and Pete reached out to me and said, "I'm going to send you issue 92 of the Eddie Stobart." So with Pete, he's a very great guy. You know, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. He's just a very laid down to earth guy. and he's going to send us 92 so that we can get 93 done as well. So yeah, it's going to be good because we can do it as a double whammy, and I'm really hoping. He said that Marie is going to send it off tomorrow. No, next week sometime. So if we can get it for Wednesday, if you can try and get it out Monday, that'd be great. And the plus side is he doesn't even want payment for it. Now, how, what do you call that? That is like really good. He doesn't want pay. If I try and pay him now, he tells me off. So I'm not going to attempt to do that because he'll slap me on the hand. But yeah, he never wants payment for it. He's a very lovely chap. So yeah. Well, we've got some other comments. It's Megaliko! Hi Megaliko, look at this. I've done the shit. So you see, I put all this on, so this part's all on. And I put this bracket up. This part here's got a cock up on it because they're saying that P goes in that, but it's actually AM. But yeah, it's looking quite big now, isn't it? So pretty good. Yeah, Peter's a good one. He's a really nice chap, really great guy. I've known him for many years. When was the first time you met my channel? I have to think now, but it's definitely been, I reckon, about 8 years. It's got to be 8 years, isn't it? But and the thing is with Peter, I'm not just saying this. Whatever I say, I mean it very dearly. He is always there, every stream. He's always sitting there. He's always watching. He's a very loyal supporter. And hello, Mike. Yeah. Hello, Meganico. How's your exercises doing, Meganico? Lovely to see you there. And we've got another one there. Hello, Steve. So yeah. But yeah, I think we're done here. And hi, Nico from Lord Peter Webster there. By the way, Peter is our 3rd member of the channel. So if you do want to join as a member of the channel for 99p per month, you do get priority comment, which means if I see you with your badge next to your name, you will get comments read first of all. There is also a new tier now where you can pay $2.99 and you actually get a video a day early before anyone else, plus the priority comments. So you don't have to, as I said, it's there if you want. You don't have to. Please don't feel that. I don't want people to feel like you have to sign up to it because it's totally, there. You can cancel it anytime you want and stuff like that. He's been on Fortnite all evening. Who has? Peter can't be. He's been at the hospital all night. Hello, Peter. It was funny earlier because we were trying to get him. We couldn't work out where the Amazon van was, and he said yesterday on the system that he. No, not all this again. When did it stop? Oh no. When did it stop? Oh, please don't say I've got to go through all that again. Why me? What are you laughing at, Megalika? So when did it stop? Tell me roughly where it stopped so I know where to pick up from. But yeah, I sent I sent Peter his Skittles because I promised him a year of supply of Skittles here, so get a bag a month. And he reckons that he couldn't access the property because, he can't access the surface apparently. But Peter hasn't got a gate, so he went out the house. He showed me a video, and he got his cardboard shit roll or crap roll, whatever you want to call it. And he went, "I'm over here through the cardboard tube." It was so funny. He's been on. Who has? What, Mega Nico? I didn't know it was Gamma. Is Gamma? Oh wow, been about 6 years now, Bud. Marie worked it out. How did you guess that, Marie? You get brownie points and you get a box of what's her favourite chocolate? Shh, don't tell her, and I'll send her a box. How about that? Yeah, I think it's been donkey's years, isn't it? Definitely a good fair few years, I'd reckon. But yeah. I remember when you bought me that. Do you remember that drone you got me years ago? And I done it on a live stream. I don't know where it is now. There's so many videos. But you know when I tried to fly it and it was bashing and all over the place? That was so funny. But yeah, 6 years. So it's good to have you here. As I said, Pete's a lovely chap. He's a down-to-earth guy. He helps anyone. And yeah, he very kindly said that he will help us out with 92 of the Eddie Stobart. So yeah, it's really quite nice. And he never wants payment for it. He's I'm not going to argue with that, but I've tried to pay him before. As you've seen on live shows, I've tried to pay him before and he's gone, please don't send money. So I better be on my good terms and not send it, but otherwise he'll have a go. If I send him payment now, he's going to have a go at me. I just know it. But yeah, it's a very lovely guy. Sound gone, Bud. Okay, so tell me where, Tessa, tell me where it picked up, where you lost sound, and I'll try and go back to where we lost the sound. What's that? Someone's put a pizza. That's not a pizza slice, is it? That is a... oh, it's an ear or something. Can't hear you. Okay. Do you know what it is? I forget when we disconnect. I forget to turn that mic off here. There's so many controls on here. So yeah. Now, Pete has introduced me to the wonderful world of Oxford Diecast Club. Yes, I've picked out a few sexy models that I like. This is so number one for me. I'm getting that. Look at that camper van. I'm going to get this one. There's one here for £7.95. So I'm going to get that one. And I'm going to get this one, which is, this is so cool, a mini donut. It's like a trailer thing. So a mini donut trailer thing. And it's from a company called the Oxford Diecast Club. So I think that'll tie in quite well with my, the model, Corky Model Club. So yeah. Back now. Yeah, lovely. Jolly good. And then we got his back now. Yeah, lovely. I go back to sleep now. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you, sir. You sound like my ASMR artist. He does that. Like, he'll like go, hi, everyone, welcome back to the channel. But he'll goes, hi, everyone. He's from Sweden. And he goes, welcome back. Like, that's so cool how he does it. And he's from Sweden. So, yeah. Okay, so night, what's that saying? Night, Nico. Good night, Nico. You didn't stay for long, but nice to see you anyway. See, I scared Nico off. Darry, Nico, yeah, Darry. I think Steve's taught me most of Dutch, Oh, right, so it's when you pick the phone up to show the Amazon. Right, so what's happening then is if I go off that Google page, it's thinking that I'm exiting the studio. Okay, understood. Right, so then we've got, I love the colour of the first camper van. What, the pink one? Don't say you want that now. You want me to send you that, didn't you? All the cash out's ready, lovely. Fantastic. What was I showing you? The pink camper van. Yeah, I loved it. Because I was watching his videos, I'm very backlogged on people, so I will get around to it as soon as I can. And I watched it, and I was like, Oxford Diecast Club, I've never heard of that. And I was looked on there, and I'm hooked. I created an account this afternoon, and I've got to get that. I just have to. It will go very well with my, I've got a camper van up here, so it'll go very well with that. I love camper vans. Okay, so I love the colour of the first camper van. Thank you, very good. It looks good. Thank you so much. And chin chin. Cheers, Steve. The model's a great quality, Mike. Thank you very much. Well, I haven't done any more of the Corgi Model Club because it was only like a trial and test thing. And they near enough want like 30 quid a month for like this tiny little car. I'm not going to do that because I can't see how a little tiny car was 30 quid. I'd rather invest that in my bills. So that was just like a trial thing. But yeah, now I found this. They seem to be like a more comfortable range. So I'm going to do that instead. But yes, it is really good, that little camper van. But is it like Dinky Toys? They've got like, because in Dinky Toys it's all hollow inside. Do they have like the seats and all the upholstery in there, or is it hollow inside? But yeah, that's definitely number one to get there. So Marie, are you having a nice hot chocolate there, sitting in your sitting in there? Right, if I've been out all night, I can't just come in and just go to bed. I have to have that 1 hour, sit down, cup of tea. You know, got to go to Kerry's in her blinky dough. What? Got to go Carrie's in her bikini. Got to go to bed, understood. Carrie's in her bikini, Dowie. I don't get it. You've got to go, I understand that part, but what do you mean by Carrie's in her bikini? Or Carrie's? Is that Carrie's? I used to have a friend called Carrie. Got to go Carrie's in her bikini. I don't know what that means. There's a lot of detail, but yeah, take care, Steve. Have a lovely day, and remember that the sun will come up tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to say. There's a lot of detail in all the ones I have. Yeah, I've been watching a couple of videos of yours, so it's really, really good. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I don't always comment, so you'll never know if I'm watching your video. But yeah, there's a lot to. Well, I can't wait for it to come. I've bought the camper van today, so it should be with me some point later. And we've got haunting going on with Angela McCabe. How's it going, lovely? I've got a new spaceship. Look, it's up there. It's the. It is the extractor fan, and it's really noisy. Listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really noisy. If not, I'll play it on my phone. It is really noisy. But yeah, it's this is how noisy it is. I don't know if you heard it or not, but it's really noisy. But apparently it's on now, and it's Slave Leah. Oh, so you're watching it. So you've not gone to bed, but you're saying Dowie's. I'm confused here, but Slave Leah. You're making me want to put Disney Plus on now. Hello, Mike. How's it going, lovey? Nice to see you there. There you go. Nice kiss, and it's landing right there. I should have been. I'm born to be on the stage, you know. Getting there. I love being in front of the camera. That's the thing. I love the entertainment side of it. I've always had a bit of acting in me. So the great thing about an actor is you never know when they're acting. Anyway, getting there. You said that last time, and you came on here, Peter. So make your mind up. It is. Watching Return of the Jedi with Slave Leah Organa. Yeah. Luke Skywalker, the lot. Hello, Steve. And Peter is now finally going because he did text me he was asleep 2 hours ago, and now he's come back. He's been revived. I'm going to go sleep now. I just need to do something. Just bear with me a minute. I've just remembered something. If I don't do it now, you'll hear my PA, but I need to do it now. So just pretend you're watching TV or something. 454. You've reminded me of something. Pick up, woman. Hi. Right, what's the latest on Jack? Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. So has he? What's the issue? Have they given him an MRI?
CT, but
Right, CT is probably through a tunnel machine. So has he still got the bolt in his skull? How's the pressure between the brain cavity and the cranium? So have they operated on his ribs or not? No. Michael, my name is Mike. So, what? Right, so have you told, what's Hannah say about it then? Well, so do you reckon he's going to be out anytime soon? So another 2 weeks in hospital. Is the medication improved or what?
I think we've made it stronger.
Oh, and is he responding to that?
Slowly, yeah.
Okay, well, keep me updated. Adios, amigo. So sorry about that. There's been a massive accident, and I mean, it's not really my place to say, but Hannah's boyfriend has been in a collision with a heavy goods vehicle. So what's happened is, we don't know the ins and outs of it, but he was on the motorway, and I can't understand how this has happened. So he was on the motorway. This heavy goods vehicle, a lorry or something, has come, and it's a head-on collision. Now, there's only 2 ways that can happen on the motorway. So number one, slip road, cars are going like that, and they've gone like that, or they've gone through the barrier of the central reservation. He was airlifted to hospital, and obviously Jack's Hannah's boyfriend, and he's been airlifted to Cambridge Hospital, Atonsbrook, I think it's called, and he's got like cracked ribs. There's a collarbone that's broke here. There is so much pressure in his brain, and there's bleeding on the brain. And when she said there's bleeding on the brain, my heart sank, because you get blood on the brain, that can lead to all sorts of problems, brain damage, the lot. But he's got so much pressure in his head that he's got a brain bulb. And apparently what they do is they screw it into the cranium of or the skull to create an air pocket between the brain and the skull. It's a very thin, like, air pocket to take that pressure out. And he's not responding to any of the medication to try and bring that pressure down, so they can't operate. But he's took the full front of it, and the other guy's got away with a few scratches, but he has been arrested for it, apparently. But no one knows how it happens. There's no dash cam footage or nothing. So, doesn't look very good. But I had to do that phone call because I always check up on it. So sorry about that. I should have muted it, but forgot. She fucking called me Michael. Liberties, Mike. But she sounds as grumpy as fuck. But never mind. But yeah, it was horrific. So of course my sister's come back. She don't live in the area anymore, so she's rang back the bunny rabbit, and she's sleeping in my mum's room. So she has to sleep in the front room, and because her bed's been took over to her new house, you see. So you just sort of have to not try and think of the worst. But obviously, if it's not improving, then you've got to sort of think, you've got to prepare for the worst sort of thing. Right, where do we get up to? Hi, Peter Webster. Angela, I'm going to be working on your flower very soon. We've been working on this today. Peter Webster's sorting this out, 92 of Eddie Stobart, so he's a lovely chap. If he was a woman, I would kiss him, but he's not, so I can't. So we've done that today, so really, really good. For anyone that's just joined, this part here is AM, it's not AP, that's a fuck up. So, yeah, it's just, that's that. Watching Return of the Jedi. Yeah, getting there with Slave Leia. Has anyone seen? They're on social media, but they're the big robot things, and they're like Avatar, but they come off the roofs and all that. It's so weird. So yeah, okay. Hello, Steve. But yes, I mean, obviously, he's not a family member as such. He's not part of that blood family, but we don't get on. I don't like him, and he knows it. But I can't be that heartless, you know. I do care for his health, and I hope him, you know, gets out pretty quick. But it's not good. I'm going to get some sleep now, buddy. Thank you again for my gifts. You are most welcome. As I said, you know, I'm a man of my word, you know, and I did say that, you know, if you build the Lotus Esprit and I can get you building it, then I will send you a year's supply of Skittles. So apologies, it's a day late, but this driver obviously don't know what door number it is, and obviously delayed it for whatever reason. But at least they've got you them safely, so that's good. Your next pack will be sent in August. Got to head up the bed to Dartfordshire. Okay, Steve, take care, mate, and all the best. What going on with Angela's My Life Journey? Hello, how's it going, lovey? Sorry, that was Steve. Got to head up. Got to hit the skit now. What? Got to hit the skit now for real, Gary. Take care, Steve, and thank you so much for your support to the channel. It really means a lot. And we'll see you again soon. Enjoy your wine and have that lovely night's sleep, sir. Thank you for watching. And we've got another one here from Angela. I had a real head injury. I had a head injury. Yeah, well, I don't know how it's happened. I mean, I don't know if he was moving. I dread to think that if it was they said it was a head-on collision. So the only thing, and on the motorway. So, I mean, the only thing that can happen, as I said, it's probably as he's come off the slip road, they've both gone like that. But I dread to think that it can't have been that, because if that was the case and it went like that, all these cars behind would be piling up and smashing to the front of it. So I don't know how it's happened. It could be that it's stationary. They've tried to get dash cam footage. They can't find any footage. So, yeah, we don't know how it's happened. And obviously, Hannah's took time off work. But she's devastated. I mean, obviously, they've just bought a house together and this has happened now. So it's I do feel for her. And, you know, he's been there, I think he's been there probably a week now, but you would sort of think he'd respond to the medication. And his ribs are all broke. So because his body is so weak, they've put him on a machine that breathes for himself. So he's on a breathing machine. And the first thing I thought was, they're going to put him in an induced coma. An induced coma is where it's a controlled coma to rest the body, and really give the body some rest. And if he's not responding to that medication, then his body is really weak and they can't operate him, because he needs to be strong, ready for that operation. But it's not looking good. I mean, they can't. What can you do? If he can't respond to the medication, I just don't know what's going to happen. That's cool. What's cool? I'm really sorry about that. What's that saying? Attempt murder when I was 18 in 1993. Attempt murder? Are you playing with me? Don't say things like that if you are. That's why they shield me. What, the angels? You may. I don't mean to laugh, but it's hard to establish if you're being serious or not, because you sometimes joke around. But you remind me of, you know, the Spiderwick Chronicles and that granny woman, and she's got all these fairies that protect her from the soul of the trolls. So you've got the trolls outside trying to get in, but they chuck this ring of salt round to protect the trolls from coming in, and the fairies are supposed to protect it, you see, because there's this book or something that the trolls want. So the trolls try to get the book, but they can't get over because the salt's around it. I love that song so much. This film so much. I could watch it over and over and over. And it was such a big part for Freddie Highmore, because he played the two boys. They're not two different people. It's the same person doing it. So Freddie Highmore, there's only one of them. He hasn't got a twin. So he had to keep swapping and changing character. Very similar to Eddie Murphy. He has to do several characters and stuff. I think he played like 4 different characters in Professor Clump. I'm not sure. Long story, Mike. Okay. COVID. Yeah, COVID. All right. But yes, so yeah, I mean, my thoughts are with Jack at the moment, and just hope that he's okay. And I mean, he's in the best place possible. You know, they're doing all they can for him, but it is quite concerning when he's not responding to medication. I mean, there's going to be so long before they have to make a decision, because they can't keep trying and trying and trying. I dread to think, but I just hope and pray that, you know, we get some positive news tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go. Oh, Angela, look what I got today. I've got stitch problem. I've got stitch stuck. Look at this. I'm being serious. Look at that. So I had an extraction, yeah? On my face here is swollen. Hurts like hell. And I've got that there is a stitch. And it's stuck. And it won't come out. And it's making me... It's very, very inflamed. And I've got some Bonjela because I've got an ulcer as well. So I've got some Bonjela. So I don't know. But hopefully it moves. It's Shield. What going on with Angela's life's journey. And the great thing is, I found a feature. So let me see if I can get to this a minute. YouTube. I found a feature so I can tell how long you've been a member for. Let me see if I get this for the place. Thank you very much. Cheers. Don't like the cold tea. Ugh. I need my Bonjela. Flopsy Mopsy and cotton towel. Come on. So I'm painting channels on the wrong channel. Let me get to the other channel. I want to show you this cool feature. It's really cool. I should be watching TikTok now. It's 12:30 and I'm still live. To go to the morning like that is so cool. I've seen Give It a Chance. What have you seen? You've seen something to which you want to give it a chance, to which the scene is not to be seen, and therefore to be seen for the chances, the chance to take a lifetime of a road on the balloon. Come on. Okay, Power Walk 30 Dagon Challenge Dag. Cool, I watched that. Yeah, so I want to show you something, Angie, if you're there. Let me just, I've got to go into a different system. I'm definitely having a line tomorrow because I don't have to get up early. Yes. Although I will miss Sundays with Laura Koonsberg, but that's I can record that. That's no problem. Come on, woman. I had a nice sausage bap earlier. It was heaven. I'm in heaven for you. Let's go down to here. By the way, you can go now if you wish. I just want to show Angela something. So tired. Hello, yes. What do you say yes for? Yes, yeah. What do you mean, yes? Elaborate, please. Elaborate your query, please. Thank you so much. Awfully. Right, so I want to show you something down here. Okay, so memberships. That's what I want. I'm looking for this bliss. Haha. I'd love to do sword fighting, you know. Pretty good. Right, where do I want? I'm looking for something insert. Yeah, there we go. This is how cool it is. What's a McFlurry? That is an ice cream, Julie. I've just seen that. So see here, this is what's really cool about it, because it tells me exactly when you joined, how long you were a member for. I don't think it shows me that part yet, but I can't see that part. But actually, if I go into see your members, yeah, there we go. This is so cool. I love it. It's so cool. I can tell how long you've been a member for. So look at this, Julie, Angela, even. There we go. Look at that. I can tell precisely how long you at the third stroke. The time will be 00, 35, and 40 seconds. So look at that. How cool is that? I can see that Angela, Sunny Stormy joined total time on level. I don't know what that means, but total time as a member, 17 days. And she joined 17 days ago. Haunting going on with Angela was 12 days ago. And yeah, and then Lord Peter Webster is 3 days. So how cool is that? It tells you how long you've joined for. It's so cool. Love it. So yeah, this is all the tools that I can see behind the scenes, which you guys can't. It's very cool. All right, I'm going to go now. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos that I do. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's totally free of charge. Please remember to keep the notification bell on. You'll be notified of all the videos that we do. This will be very intermittently now until we can figure it out, you know, and do it. But fingers crossed on Wednesday, thanks to the lovely man that is Peter Webster. It really is quite heartening, because I'd love to go up there and just like buy him a coffee or something. But, you know, one thing that is quite annoying is the distance between where we all live. You know, it'd be lovely to meet him in person, but I can't because he's too far away. I'm still here. I'm still here. That's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, it just tells me how long I've been a member, how long you've been a member for, so I can see how long you've been a member, and I can also see when you cancel. So it's a pretty cool feature. But never mind. Keep doing what you do, and you will get yourself to how I am now. You know. So yeah. As I said, for me, it's not about the money. It's about, you know, if I get the offer, then I get the offer. But it's great. You can super chat me. It's like so cool. But anyway, take care, guys. Have a lovely day. Adios, amigo. I will see you soon. Hasta la vista.